He's Tim. I'm Levi, and your Conway Wampus Cats have earned a bye this week as the number 2 seed out of the 7A Central. So no football this week, but that was just unacceptable to us. So we decided to get together and recap the top 10 moments of the 2023 regular season.
It's been a great season, man. Lots of good stuff, lots of easy games, 2 hard ones, but a lot of good stuff.
So here's how it worked. We combed through all the best moments of the season. We had like 12 or 13 moments in total. And so what we did was Tim, myself, Jeff Matthews, we each voted on these separately. And then I assembled those rankings, assigned points. So, the number 1 play for either of us got like 12 or 13 points, depending on how many total plays we had. And then I tabulated all of that for our official top 10 moments. And Tim, you've not seen the list.
No.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm ready. I'm excited about what's going to happen.
So let's get started with number 10. All the way back to week 2, Springdale came to town. They had this new triple option offense, but they still had no option for escaping Ben Chandler. Pitch it out to Marks. He's hit.
How did he hold on to that?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, how did he hold it back?
Man,
Watch this.
Ben Chandler.
I don't think you want Ben out there ISO'd on you, but I have no idea how he kept the football here.
Wow. 2nd and 5, Pounders. Going to pitch it to Howard. Nowhere to go. Going to be a loss of about 3 or 4 on 2nd down. Ben Chandler.
Well, I mean, maybe he just loves this kind of football like this, where he gets out in space and he's just cleaning up stuff.
Oh, finally we see kind of a counter here, but nowhere to go, nowhere to counter away from Ben Chandler.
Ben Chandler has the counter all taken care of.
For me, the thing that I find remarkable is my response watching that over again is the exact same response I had that night, which is, oh my gosh, how in the world? This is a guy that reads things so well. I talked to his dad, and I've talked to Ben about this, and they spent a lot of time looking at reads. His dad was a defensive player for UCA and for Conway High School, and they worked on reads. And you can tell that he plays at a different speed because he's understanding the play a little bit more quickly than other people. And but he has a next level kind of finish. Man, I love watching him play.
Yeah, he's at 90 tackles through 10 games, so he might get 90 tackles in the playoffs. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Right. All right. Number 9, it was a pivotal week 6 matchup with Cabot, and defense and special teams showed up big time. Double holds, it's blocked. Conway picks it up, moving the pile. What a play by special teams. Fake it to Kreiner. Braxton Nixon-Snell almost got to him. They're going deep. Jacobe Wade turns around, picks it off. Past the 50.
Wow. That is how you do that. We had it covered deep. Trez was there and had it covered deep. Jacobe playing center field, undercut. What a play.
4th interception on the year for Jacobe Wade. Turner. Under pressure, lobs it up, diving for the ball, and he got it. Noah Files with the interception in the end zone.
What I remember about this is that the field goal came at a really critical moment in this ball game. It was Cabot driving all the way down. They had, I believe, there was a turnover right before that, and that we had, and stopping them there killed any hope they had. And so it really did put them not only behind the 8 ball, but it really just diminished any opportunities they had for the rest of the ball game. It was a major stop by the defense. Jacobe Wade was just doing Jacobe Wade's, and then Noah Files. That's a great interception by Noah Files. Ever athletic Noah Files.
And it was a huge game. I mean, you look at the way the standings shook out. Cabot's at number 3, right behind us. So I mean, that was a pivotal game for your Wampus Cats. Kept them from falling into that 3 spot. They get the first round bye that they're enjoying this week. All right, number 8, week 4 at home against Southwest. And the first quarter brought us something that neither one of us had seen from your Wampus Cats before. Fake it to Dez over the middle for Chris O'Neal. They connect, and Chris O'Neal, 39 yards. No one's gonna catch him again. Deja vu. I mean, Chris O'Neal.
This is what we do every game. It appears as Chris O'Neal to the end zone, first thing out.
Trips to the near side. They'll give it to Dez. Dez following right behind Isaiah Bowman. No contest. First down, Conway. They'll give. No, faked it to Trey. Connected with Chris O'Neal. Chris breaks out of a tackle. And it's a 20-yard touchdown for Chris O'Neal. They fake it. Chris O'Neal. Touchdown number 10 on the season for Chris O'Neal. Donnie gonna keep it, and he'll step it in from 4 yards out. Touchdown number 2 on the ground for Donovan Omalo this season.
It is hard to score 35 points in a quarter. I don't care who you are or what level of football you are. You have to get a couple of breaks. You have to make a couple of breaks, but then you have to execute. I don't care who you're playing. You have to execute that. And they did that. They were short drives. Granted, they were mostly on our side of the 50, but they were very quick and they were very efficient. This was one of the most efficient offensive quarters I've ever seen.
Yeah, and three of those touchdowns to Chris O'Neal in the first quarter. And he had 10 total in week 4 already. That was he's having a crazy season. All right. No, and it won't be the last that you see of Chris O'Neal either on this list. Number 7, week 5 at North Little Rock. Jacobe Wade was an absolute problem for the Charging Wildcats here at number 7. Braden gets the pass out quickly. He's picked off by Jacobe Wade. Jacoby's got blockers in front. He's going to return it to the house. 6 for Jacobe Wade.
Not a good decision that time by Braden, but I will tell you, Jacobe jumped that, and it was to the house immediately. Not anybody had to do anything but Jacobe Wade. And when Jacobe Wade's got the ball and he's got some open space, I love that position with him.
Braden passing on second down. Over the middle, Jacobe Wade picks it off again. Jacobe not going to score this time, but interception, number 2 on the night and number 3 on the season.
Center field, playing center field, doing his job. Braden didn't have much options there, so he threw it deep. And boy, it was Jacobe in the right spot. He's a ball hawk, man. He is an absolute ball hawk.
Think back to the conversation we had with Keith Fimple his sophomore season, and even the defensive coaches. He said, you're going to see a little bit of this guy, Jacobe Wade. He's a sophomore. He's pretty darn good. And, man, the ball seems to find him everywhere he goes. And, man, he's really proven that out this year. Not only is he a good does he anticipate well on the defensive side of the ball, kind of anticipates the plays, but when he gets his hands on the ball, he really knows what to do with it. He can turn it on.
Yeah, Jacobe Wade. I like that dude. He's good. Let's see total. 5 interceptions on the year.
Yeah.
He's pretty good year.
Yeah, he's having a good year. And I think he probably gets 1 or 2 more.
I think that's definitely a possibility. We're going to be facing some pass happy offenses here in the playoffs. So we've revealed 10 through 7 more top moments coming up after this break on Conway Corp.
You don't wake up thinking about internet speed, electricity, reliability. Your mind isn't on advanced treatment facilities or customizable systems. You don't have to think about any of these things because we do. Conway Corp. Always on.
He's Tim, I'm Levi, and we're back for the top 10 moments of the Wampus Cat football team's 2023 regular season. Let's get back into it. Number 6, in 2022, Donovan Omalo put up 6 touchdowns against the Ouachita Parish. And this year in week 3 down in Louisiana, Donovan did it again. Way to go for the Wampus Cats, going deep for Chris O'Neal. He has got it. It's going to be a foot race for Chris O'Neal, and you're just not going to catch him. Stick with this same formation. Give it to Dez again. No, fake it to Dez. Jackson Anderson. Fake me all kinds of out. Looking over the middle for Jonathan Smith. Jonathan! Donnie going to pass. Flushed out to his left. He's going to keep it. He'll walk it in. Donnie finds Chris O'Neal on the slant. Chris turning on the Afterbirds. Touchdown, Conway. Donnie lofting it up for Chris O'Neal. Chris O'Neal alone. Oh, I don't like that.
No. Watch it. Here
Okay,
it goes.
Stanton.
Come on.
Please.
I'm so glad that you saw that like that, though.
Please
That's
don't do
awesome.
that to me.
Well, so for me, this is an example. These 6 touchdowns of this is not a simple offense to run. It really is not. I mean, there's a lot to it. I know they go quickly, so you think, well, it's got to be simplified. This is a difficult offense to run, and he's got the playmakers out there. Make no mistake about it. But there are times when Donnie makes this look so easy, it's almost like he's literally just playing catch out there with the guys and just kind of having a good time. This was one of those games. It just looked really, really easy to him that night.
What I love about it is you get to see all the weapons, man. I mean, Chris O'Neal, Jonathan Smith, Jackson Anderson, Jaden Gaines is in there too, and then running backs. I mean, it's just we've been very blessed with skill positions at Conway, in addition to the offensive line that's making it happen too. It's awesome. All right, number 5, all the way back to the beginning. Week 1 at Bentonville, things were getting serious in the third quarter, and James Neal Jr. answered the call. Well, let's try this again. Pitch it to Chris O'Neal. He's following James Neal Jr.
Good
James
block.
with the block. Chris O'Neal runs it in. Touchdown, Wampus Cats.
James Neal take a bow, 66. That was a great run by Chris O'Neal, but it is all set up by number 66, James Neal. What an absolute pancake this is. Watch this.
Q
Pull,
ahead, James
get out
Neal.
front. You want some of this? You don't want any of that. that you're going to take a seat at the 3-yard line.
It's probably one of my favorite things that Tim Roach has ever said on air.
I felt bad for the guy, but not really. So this offense is predicated, the running game is predicated on being able to pull both tackles and end guards as well. We thought that with Aaron Smith being out this year, we were going to have some sort of letdown at the left tackle position. And while Aaron Smith is next level and all that stuff, James Neal has done it all year long. And that's a typical block for him. If he gets that kind of chance, he destroys people. That's just a great, great block. This guy can do it.
What I love about it too is you see it is the Bentonville had some penetration that kind of was clogging it up. Q Whitehead kind of got clogged up. So James had to go all the way around Q to get out there, and just great athleticism by him. All right. Number 4, back to week 5 at North Little Rock. Conway had a big lead, and we're getting the ball to start the second half, and Chris O'Neal put away any hopes the Charging Wildcats had of getting back in the game. They do kick it deep. It'll be Tice Carr on the return. No, Chris O'Neal. Chris bringing it near side. Flashing the speed. Tice Carr with the seal block. And Chris O'Neal returns the opening kickoff of the second half for a touchdown.
Start the game with Chris O'Neal. Start the second half with Chris O'Neal. It's all about touchdowns. This guy's unbelievable.
You can see that, and I noted this for somebody else that was talking about it. He runs with such with no effort at all. I mean, it's such ease the way he runs. And when you go back and watch that, he is extending the daylight between himself and a North Little Rock guy. I mean, it was never close. And North Little Rock has speed; they have athletes, but Chris O'Neal making it look easy a lot of the times, and that was one of them.
Chris O'Neal, I mean, he's having one of the best, maybe the best season by a Wampus Cat receiver ever. 65 catches, 1,182 yards, 17 touchdown receptions, and then also that one kickoff return for a touchdown. Just amazing season that he's having. All right, number 3, week 7 at Fort Smith Northside. And this is a culmination moment because it was a historic night for Donovan Omalo.
Donnie looking deep for Jackson Anderson. Got him!
Touchdown.
Donnie to Jackson. 23 yards for the score.
23-yard reception.
Perfect throw by Donnie there. I mean, led him right to the spot. Jackson Anderson, great concentration, had man coverage all the way through the end zone. Goes up and gets it. That's what he does. Nice.
Donnie, gonna do Donnie things. Touchdown from 1 yard out. Conway extending the lead back to 16.
There he is.
Number 3 on the quarterback keeper for the touchdown.
Number 3.
Number 3.
2 yards out.
Say his name. It's Donovan Omalo. I mean, my gosh, say his name.
And with that, Donovan Omalo, 100 total touchdowns
Hey.
on his career.
Currently listed as number 3.
Oh, man, that PA guys. But here's the thing, though. I think actually fairly appropriate that he got the 100th at Northside. This is a place 2 years ago we struggled mightily. We go in, and this game was a struggle as well. I mean, we were kind of rolling right along, doing the same thing. The game was never really in doubt, but you could see him really having to work, and so he was rewarded with that kind of effort. And I mean, what a career this guy's had. 100 TDs, and now it's 100 plus. My gosh.
Yeah, he's up to 112 now. So just to give you the context, 600 plus completions. He's at 604 for his career, 61% career passing completion percentage. He's over 8,000 yards passing now, 85 passing touchdowns, 187 carries, 920 rushing yards, and 27 touchdowns. That is the career of Donovan Omalo, and it's not over yet.
No, this guy is resetting everything. The expectations are now set again. Welcome, Tap, to your predecessor. This system is really going to generate some gaudy numbers, but Donovan had to do it all in 3 years, and he's done it, man. What a great career.
The final 2 top moments are coming up next on Conway Corp.
We don't schedule the appointments, but we connect them. We don't read the x-rays, but we stream them. We don't handle the procedures, but we power them. Here's to running the things that make business run smoothly. Conway Corp. Always on.
We're down to the final 2 moments of the 2023 Wampus Cat football regular season. Number 2, it was just a week ago, an epic showdown with Bryant for the 7A Central title in front of a record crowd at John McConnell Stadium, and Donovan Omalo ran wild in the first quarter.
Trips here on the near side. Donnie is going to step up and run it. A lot of open space out in front of him. Donovan Omalo, great block from Jonathan Smith. Donnie stays on his feet. Touchdown, Wampus Cats.
Completely vacated the middle of the field. They were all out to stop the run blitz. When you do that, if you pop it, you can go the distance. Great job, Donnie.
Des Davidson coming out of the backfield, empty for Donnie. Pressure coming, gonna have to get it off quick. He'll step up instead. Open field, wide open up the middle. Donnie following behind his blockers. Donnie does it again. 53 yards for the score.
What in the world is going on? What is going on? That is ridiculous. That is, I mean, the middle of the field is absolutely wide open, and Donnie knows what to do with the ball. I mean, both times he makes a cut at about the 15-yard line to get inside or outside the block, and it's over with.
It was ridiculous. Can we put the first quarter on a loop and just play
man.
quarters?
I wish.
Yeah, what a great start. I mean, he they had that designed, and he took care of his business, but it had to all be executed well. But that's something other than I can think back to the really long touchdown run against Bentonville 3 years ago. But really, so he hasn't really done that. That's twice in one quarter where he just absolutely dominated himself running the ball. And that's a unique quality to ask somebody to do something you haven't really done a lot of. And he performed so well in that quarter. It was awesome.
Now, the rest of that game obviously didn't go the way we wanted it to, but your Wampus Cats, they've got a great path ahead of them here in the playoffs. Hopefully we get to see round 2 in our future. All right, that takes us to the number 1 play. Let's go back all the way again to week 1 in a showdown of the then number 2 and number 3 ranked teams in the state. The Wampus Cats were trailing late in the fourth quarter when this happened.
Donnie gonna keep it in the back of the end zone. Jackson Anderson. Touchdown, Conway.
That's a bullet throw. I mean, what an excellent catch by Jackson Anderson all the way across the line. Kept the ball here, fake to Caden, pulls it out. It's a read option, pump once, and he's sliding across the back of the end zone. Great catch.
Nice, got time. Steps up over the middle, incomplete. The Wampus Cat defense gets the stop on 4th down.
Dez in the victory position. Love this position.
And that is going to do it. Conway.
Wow.
Coming on the road in a hostile environment.
But James firing up the crowd.
And for the 3rd year in a row, Conway taking down the Bentonville Tigers.
You know, we talked about all the storylines with the Bryant game. There were so many storylines with this one. Buck James' first head coaching game for the Wampus Cats, and he had a streak on the line. You're going to Bentonville, where you've beaten them the last 2 years, and they don't take kindly to that. We had a huge lead, massive lead in the first half, gave it all back in the second half, had to come from behind. All those things all the question marks you wanted to have happen or get answered happened during this game, all in one game. And about the coach, about the team, about the new talent, about being able to travel to a difficult location, all those things answered and culminated in that last couple of minutes. Man, what a special game that was.
Tim Roach, I'm so proud of you. You didn't even mention the block in the back call.
The what? That was the most ridiculous play of the season. That was awful, but I've gotten over it.
Yeah, obviously. All right. Well, that was our official top 10 moments of 2023 for your Conway Wampus Cats, but we have one more thing. There was one more moment we had to include in this special list, and it was our first sack of the year back in week 2 versus Springdale.
Playing the edge there, 31.
Yes.
Chased down by Sam Seifert.
Sam Seifert with a sack. Atta baby. Good move by Sam. Got pressure from the inside. He ran up into it, but he chased him down in the pocket. That's the first, I guarantee it, the first sack of the season for Springdale. And it goes for Sam Seifert.
So with that sack for Sam Seifert, that was one of the last plays he was able to play as a high school player. And of his career, he had a boating accident that Sunday following this game. And so he was able to end his season on the greatest of notes for him to get the first sack of the season, to get a sack in the season. And so what we've seen from Sam and his family throughout the year since that time is a special approach to healing and getting better and strength. And really, I'll tell you, the coaches and the team really gathered around Sam, and it was a bonding moment for the entire team. It was a great moment for Buck James to kind of come in and talk to Sam and talk about the things that are important in life. And he did that, visited Sam multiple times. So I just thought while it was a heartbreaking moment for him, for Sam at that moment, it's going to be a life lesson for him. It's something he'll remember the rest of his life. And I think eventually this is going to end on a good note.
And we got to see him again last week. He was there for senior night. So it was good to see him and his family back on the field. All right, that's going to do it for our countdown of the top 10 moments of the 2023 Wampus Cat football regular season. Your 9-1 Wampus Cats have earned a bye in the first round of the 7A playoffs. They'll kick off playoff action Friday, November 17th, playing host to the winner of Bentonville West and Northside. And of course, we'll have it for you live here on Conway Corp. Tim, any early playoff predictions for your Wampus Cats?
Winning at a record pace. I have a feeling that we're going to have a chance to put together another run at our friends from Bryant.
He's Tim Roach. I'm Levi Gilbert. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the playoffs.